All right, last one for the set. So last time you'll see Stalingrad down here. I'm in the midst of learning and playing, so that's why it's owning the real estate. Blind. It's been a heck of a series of tastings here. And I'm sticking with Gale Force 9 and their Firefly the game. Nathan Fillion featured on the cover here. He's got a brand new show coming out called The Rookie, like a 40-year-old guy starting a second career as a cop. Hello. I may know a little bit how that feels. Not the second career. We're going to pour some of this in. I'm going to let that sit for a second. Gale Force 9 again hits the property and translates the intellectual property into game form. If you have not watched Firefly, even if you don't like westerns or sci-fi, which is kind of what they're based on, the storytelling in Firefly, the series, unbelievable. There's only 13 episodes, and I like weep a little bit that they didn't make more. It got canceled by Fox. It's unbelievable. This game captures it. You're basically, in game terms, you're doing pick up and deliver, which means you're going from one location and picking up into another to deliver. More later on games. By the way, I kept the Boba Fett shirt. This is by far the best shirt. It's a Predator Boba Fett mashup. Different hat. Great color, by the way. Can't tell what I'm getting here. I'm getting a little bit of a higher ABV bite, which is kind of shocked the nose here a little bit. Feel like I'm getting some rye. I feel like I'm getting rye. Let's go in and taste. A little subtle after that. Parker Heritage 13. That's a hard one to follow, I'm just going to tell you. So I'm almost getting barley notes here. Like it's an American single malt. Which I love, but sometimes an American single malt will come in a little more subtle for me. I get notes of honey. The wood is laced in there, but both of these are very, very subtle. Let me try a little water to see if it'll open it up. And again, I've got a feeling that after the Parker's Heritage, which was a high ABV and just powerful and smooth at the same time, that's having an effect here. Well, I still swear I'm getting some rye notes on the nose, but it is not translating into the flavor. That'll usually make it either a bold, malty, pepperiness or cinnamon. Occasionally I get the dill, but I'm not getting that on the palate. This feels like a low 40 ABV. Oh my goodness. This is just sitting kind of bland. I mean, I'm having a hard time pulling notes even. Again, I'm just getting subtle oaks, vanillas, some honeys. More water, which won't help if it's a 40 ABV. Okay, I got a little bite at the end there. What is it though? It's weird. It's almost like the cinnamon spark of a rye, but in the finish, which I only ever get on the forefront if I get that cinnamon, kind of an ABV bark. Not like tree, but like dog. Huh. This one's taking me down a road. I'm going to have to puzzle a little more, and I can't see anything. The tape's on there. Slight floral notes. I can't give you anything else. So let's take a look. Huh. Okay. It says HH aged. I believe this is Heaven Hill. And oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the gentleman's name. I think he had Heaven Hill and then aged it in a small little cask longer. And sadly, it literally just says HH aged. So Heaven Hill puts out a wonderful bottled and bond if it's the green label. You can only get it in Kentucky. I want to say guys are picking it up for like $13.99. And I love it. Bottled and bond means it's at least a 4-year-old bourbon. And it's unbelievable at $13.99. And I've had people say they've found it at $9.99. It's delicious. It's great. So I'm going to assume HH means Heaven Hill. Aged means that, I'm sorry, man, if you... I can picture who you are, and I just can't recall your name. If I get samples from you, write your name on it if you want to be called out. But boy, I'm not picking up anything extra. If anything, it's confused me on exactly what it is. Caramel, some toffee. Subtle, soft. Firefly. So, big part of Firefly is these guys in a show, in an hour show, will take a job. Imagine cowboys, though. Everything's cowboy attire, kind of cowboy-looking guns that are actually shooting kind of lasers, maybe. And they're freelancers getting different types of jobs, and the character development is phenomenal. Joss Whedon, J-O-S-S Whedon, who did the first Avengers show, was the writer for the show. I saw it on Sci-Fi, and immediately after watching one or two, I got wrapped in and bought the DVD set. The writing is phenomenal. So the game is great. It's long. It's a little sandboxy. Sandboxy for anybody in the video game world or game world is you can kind of just sit there for hours and play around if you don't stay on task. The show, I'm just going to talk about the show. Go watch the show on my recommendation. There's not a better show to sit and sip whiskey to than Firefly. The writing is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. It made me a Nathan Fillion fan. Castle, not so much. The acting that goes on here from the entire crew, and it's an expansive crew, and everybody has their own development. They even did the movie Serenity, which is kind of the end cap and all you're ever going to get from what the show leaves because Fox dropped it after the first year. Enough said. Heaven Hill's also phenomenal, whether aged or not. This one kind of loses me a little bit. It just kind of sits there and hangs out, but not bad. Firefly, on the other hand, is probably my favorite TV show of all time. Enough said. Scotch it, you Scotch gods. So on, you dummies.